Hello student, good morning, welcome back. So today I'm going to start new topic in mechanical properties of fluids. So today our topic is variation of pressure with depth. Here we take any container and this container filled with water. Okay. And we take a slab here, cylindrical slab. Okay. So consider a slab in a liquid of area A. Okay. Its area, cross-sectional area we take here A and its height H. Okay. Its height H and cross-sectional area A. Let P1. Okay. So P1 be the pressure at the top surface of this slab due to the liquid above it. Okay. And P2 be the pressure at bottom of this surface of this slab due to the liquid below it. Okay. So the corresponding force due to this pressure P1 on the upper surface of this slab is F1. Okay. And the corresponding force due to this pressure on the bottom of this slab is F2. Okay. I repeat again what we do here. Firstly, P1. Okay, this P1 be the pressure at the top surface of this slab due to the liquid above it. Okay, due to this liquid above it. And P2 be the pressure at the bottom. Okay, at the bottom surface of this slab due to the liquid below it. Okay. The force exerted. Okay, here this force F1 corresponding to this pressure. So pressure is equal to force upon area. Okay, so here if this is a P1, so F1A. Okay, this is a force, corresponding force due to this pressure. Okay, and here F2. Okay, here this is the F2, force F2 due to this pressure P2. Okay, the force exerted and the weight of this body working downward directions. Okay, if this is a body. Okay, so this is a slab, or we also consider this is a body. Okay, so the pressure P1 due to the liquid above it. Okay, and here P2. Okay, P2 be the pressure at bottom surface, okay, of area A of this slab due to liquid below it. Okay, and the weight of this body work vertically downward directions. Okay, so the corresponding force due to pressure P1, that is a F1. Okay, and this is the area A. So what we write here, P1 is equal to F1 upon A, and F1 is equal to P1A. Okay, so we get the value of F1. And similarly, P2 is equal to F2 upon A. This is F2, corresponding force due to this pressure P2. Okay, so F2 is equal to P2A. Okay, so this is the value of F2 and this is the value of F1. Okay, the upward force. Okay, so how much force working downward direction? There are two forces which work vertically downward direction, this F1 and this weight of this body. Okay, so now you see that this is our body. F1 force work vertically downward directions, weight of this body work vertically downward directions, and F2 work vertically upward directions. Okay, so what happened here? In equilibrium condition, okay, F1 plus W, okay, both these force on this body working vertically downward directions, so F1 plus W is equal to F2. Okay, so here sum of two forces is equal to F2, so F2 must be greater than F1. Okay, so I mean that the upward force, okay, this upward force must be greater than the downward force. This downward force to balance the weight of this slab. Okay, I mean W. What is the value of W is equal to F2 minus F1, and weight of this body is always greater than 0. So it must be F2 minus F1 must be greater than 0. It means that F2 greater than F1 here. Okay, so this is our body or slab, area of cross sectional A, height of this body we take here delta H. Okay, so here pressure P1 and here pressure P2, corresponding force F1 due to pressure P1 and corresponding force F2 due to pressure P2, and weight of this body work vertically downward directions, and F1 we already know that P1A and F2 is equal to P2A. Okay, understand that? Okay, so weight of this body W. What is the value of weight? mg Okay, weight is equal to, always we write mg. So what is the mass of this body? Okay, so we already know that the density rho. Okay, we take here density rho. Okay, so what happened here? We already know that density is equal to mass upon volume. So mass is equal to density into volume. Okay, what is the volume? Density into this cross sectional area A into height delta h. So finally rho A delta h is mass. Okay, so finally we put this value here, rho A delta h g. This is the weight of this body. So at equilibrium condition, okay, so this F2, this force F2 must be equal to F1 plus W. Okay, so F2 is equal to F1 plus W. Okay, so now we put all the respective values here. So you can see that here, firstly we put the value of F2. Okay, F2 is equal to P2A, and value of F1 P1A. Here you can see that P1A, and weight of this body rho A delta H and G. Okay, P2A is equal to P1. We take A common here. Okay, what left inside this bracket? P1 plus rho delta H G. A and A will be cancelled to each other. Okay, what left here? P2 is equal to P1 plus rho delta H G. Okay, so P1 goes to left hand side. P2 minus P1 is equal to rho delta H G. Okay, so okay, difference of two pressure. Okay, here you can see that difference of two pressure, P2 minus P1. Okay, so it gives if F2 is greater than F1. Okay, so we divide both sides by A. What it gives? Pressure P2 and this P1. So P2 minus P1. Okay, so P2 minus P1 greater than 0. Okay, the difference of two pressure delta P must be greater than 0. Okay, so we can write here that is a delta P rho delta H G. Okay, so now we divide here. This terms goes to denominator of left hand side. So delta P upon delta H is equal to rho G. Okay, understand that? So here take the limit as delta H tends to 0. Then we have limit delta H tends to 0, delta P upon delta H rho G. Okay, so this value becomes dP upon dH is equal to rho G. Okay, and what is the rho? Density and acceleration due to gravity. Both are constant quantities. So we can write here this is a constant. Okay, so dP upon dH is equal to constant. Okay, so P varies, I mean this pressure. Okay, so we can write here this P varies linearly with H. Okay, if P increases, if height increases, then pressure will also increases. Right here P varies linearly with H. Okay, so finally we can write here P is equal to P0 rho G H. Okay, what is the P0? P0 is the pressure at H is equal to 0, atmospheric pressure. Okay, P0 is called atmospheric pressure. So pressure is same, so we can write here pressure is same at all points at the same depth and is independent of the shape of the container, independent of the shape of the container. Okay, so this pressure is known as absolute pressure and P minus P0, difference of pressure at certain height, at certain depth. We see that here, okay, at certain depth, and this is a P0, atmospheric pressure. Okay, so P minus P0 is called gauge pressure. Okay, I repeat again. So here you can see that P is equal to P0 rho GH. P0 is the pressure at H is equal to 0. So pressure is same at all points at the same depth. Okay, and is independent of the shape of the container. Okay, and this pressure is known as absolute pressure, and P minus P0, P pressure at certain depth and P0 is equal to atmospheric pressure, is called gauge pressure.